Good morning again to everyone. My name is Julius Barcelona. I'm the president of the foundation. It's great to see everybody bright and early as we're here to have a much more practical session, I think, this morning with our speaker. Thank you very much to our speaker for kindly joining us this morning and graciously offering your services to the foundation's members and donors and to our audience internationally on what might be a rather underrated but very good agribusiness opportunity here in the Philippines. So our speaker this morning is actually from Aklan. As always here in the Philippines, and as business tends to be, he graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, which unfortunately has absolutely nothing to do with what he does now. Um, in fact, he was a pioneer and a founding member of the Philippine Institute of Computer Engineers. And again, as business tends to go, he has found himself taking on a number of roles over the years, also not having anything to do with his work now. He used to be an operations manager at Soler Resort and Casino. He used to be a business development manager for Adaptive Technologies in Dubai. Um, and a subject matter expert on computer engineering and West Contact Services. But again, as as life tends to be, all of these things that have happened in his life probably did not really prepare him much for where he ended up today. Because today he is the association president for the Aklan Mushroom Association and vice president of the Malinao People's Council. Because our speaker this morning Mr. Jerry Ituriaga is now an advocate for oyster mushroom cultivation here in the Philippines. And he's here this morning to talk to us about the business of oyster mushroom cultivation, from production of the mushrooms themselves to the production of the spawn and even production of fruiting bags as possible business opportunities, small agribusiness opportunities here in the Philippines. Ernie is back. I don't know if Ernie would like to say something before we start as well. Ernie, do you want to?
Yes, just a few points. Yeah, I talked to him before the forum, and he said something interesting which people should know. As we all know, our objective is to spread technology so that we will alleviate poverty. He had a project where he was, talking to hundreds of people through the courtesy of Department of Social Welfare, and it stopped because of the pandemic. Hopefully, with this forum, we can revive something like that. And secondly, I did tell him before that while you gave an excellent introduction, just 3 or 4 minutes about why he's passionate about this. In other words, you have a nice description of what he did, but just 2 or 3 minutes. Why he's passionate about this and why he wants to spread it to more people to help the poor. If possible, just a few minutes. And of course, the phone number. The phone number. Okay, thank you, Julius. And perhaps he can start with his phone number. Uh, yeah, Jerry.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Terry. Anyway, my phone number is 0929 838 5540. I'll repeat
If you
zero.
don't mind, I'll repeat that for the audience now because I want to call you from worldwide. Thanks to Julius and the board's, leadership, we used to have 35 people live. Now we have 1,100 plus worldwide, and they want to call you. So it's 0929 838 5540. Am I correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay, please proceed with the 3 to 4 minutes on why you're passionate about this because we want to have a personal connection with you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Again, I'm Jerry from Aklan, and actually, when I graduated in high school, I asked my parents if I can study agriculture. But my siblings are studying in Manila, so they told me, "Are you guys going to study here in Aklan only? Why not join them in Manila?" So Manila is so bright, full of lights, and so in it's a happy place for someone like from the province. So I went to Manila and took up BS Computer Engineering. So I forgot the first dream that I want to be in agriculture. So after studying in Manila, I work in different sectors. I work for computer, for sales in computers. Then after that, I moved to working with BPO because BPO was in boom right the time. After that, I went to Dubai and I worked for security systems. Then after that, I went back again to Manila. After 5 years, I went back to Manila and I was invited to join the Sky Range shooting range in Soler. I worked only there for 6 months and then I went back to my province, which is Aklan. Then I decided what I'm going to do now in Aklan. Since my father is a rice farmer, I can see so many waste from the rice field after harvest, which is the rice straw. And if I'm going, I told myself if I'm going to be in the agriculture as well, like my father, who is a farmer, I don't want to be in competition with him, but rather I want to work like a tandem or in partnership with him because he's a rice farmer. So I don't want to be in competition. So what I did, and one time I'm watching a television show with Karen Davila, and that is the Kabuhayan something. So I saw the guest is Reggie Haminal, which is one of the pioneers of mushroom industry in the Philippines, and he is telling about mushroom. So I got interested with that, and I got the contacts. So after that, I communicated with him, and they're offering trainings. So I joined one of his trainings in Manila. I think it's in Caloocan. And after that, I decided to go through with the process of mushroom production. First, I tried the full rice straw as my media in planting the mushrooms. However, I encountered some contaminations on that, so I tried to innovate and I tried to go with the other options. That's why I mix with the rice straw and the sawdust that time, and it's quite good result. Then a year after, Agricultural Training Institute, the training arm of Department of Agriculture offered free training as well for mushroom production, and that runs for 3 months, once a week. So I joined them as well. I joined the training so to check what is the other technologies they might be offering. That time, there are only few mushroom growers in Aklan, actually here in Visayas, and all my spawn or my planting materials are all coming from Manila, where I train. And cost of buying online or buying from Manila and shipping here in Aklan quite add up to the cost. So I really need to learn the process of making my own pure culture, my own spawn or the seeds, and really started from the grounds. And by that time, every time I have a harvest of mushrooms, I offer to people to buy the mushrooms, but they are not yet familiar what really is mushroom. So I have to offer them for free. All my harvest, I'm giving it for free. Then some people will say, no, I don't want to eat that because that's high cholesterol. I told them there's no cholesterol in mushrooms because there's no even fats and it's good for the health. Then later on, they were able to adapt and know what is a mushroom. So they'll be asking if they're still free. I told them, no, this time you have to buy because I have already given the free trial, free taste. So that's how I started. But every time I harvest and there's no buyers for the fresh one, there's a problem. So I told myself I need to process the mushrooms. And then after my production training with Agricultural Training Institute, they also offered the processing training. So I went through again with the processing training. They teach us basic products that we can do out of mushrooms. So there I started processing as well, and I focused more on crispy mushroom, some polvoron, some achara, or the pickled mushroom, and there are some other products as well that we can do with the mushroom. That's basically how I am back with my passion in agriculture or being a farmer.
Well, thank you. Before you start, I just want to say that you were awarded the best action implementer by ATN Region 6. And you're so creative. You're actually a founder of the Philippine Institute of Computer Engineers. So you've gone from computers to mushrooms, and now you can have the pour more with this mushroom. So please go ahead. We're so proud and happy you're with us. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. Uh, After my training with mushroom with ATI, they're still giving trainings with other technologies that they have. So they are also training with organic planting, organic process, and some that award that I got from them is when we train for permaculture and edible farming. So I make a garden out of edible plants, and they choose my garden as one of the best during that program. That was before the pandemic. So during pandemic time, there's much time. So that's the time that I implemented the training on permaculture and the edible farming. And after 3 months, they told us who implemented the project. Then I said I had some pictures to share. So I sent the pictures, and they were quite happy with the outcome of the training. That's how I got that award
Wow.
from ATI.
Yeah, please go ahead. We're looking forward to your talk.
Okay, sir. So after that, ATI organized the mushroom participants during the training, and I was chosen to be the president. So I was very hesitant that time because I never handled any organizations until I become the Aklan Mushroom Association president. And until now, I am still the president because no one wants to handle the organization. So that happened to us until now. So after we were organized, pandemic came. So more on it's more on online sessions that we have if we're going to conduct a meeting. Then after that, we're back again with face-to-face meetings. The Department of Agriculture gave us a small facility for production. And right now, that's production facility we are using now for the association. So we're doing the spawn, we're doing the pure culture, and we're doing the fruiting bags as well. But when they gave us the facility, it's more of the building only. So we are just maximizing what are the equipments that we have. So it's all manual production. It's a bit hard work because you have to do everything in manual. That's it for the production, sir.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Are we going to proceed with the training, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Please proceed. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's fantastic. You've motivated us to also admire you. Thank
Good
Sorry.
morning, everyone, and welcome to the oyster mushroom cultivation. Let me just introduce to you the mushroom. What is mushroom? Mushroom is not a plant. There's no chlorophyll in mushroom. So that's why they don't need sunlight. And mushroom genetically is closer to those of animal because since mushroom is not a plant, mushroom needs oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. That's why in genetics, it is more closer to that of animal. Mushroom is they are saprophytes, means that they grow from decaying matters, and they are fungi. When we say they are fungi, mushroom does not belong to the plant, so they are not part of the plant kingdom. They are not part of the animal kingdom as well. So they belong to the fungi kingdom. So welcome to the fungi kingdom. They have their own kingdom. Why What is the significance of fungi in the environment and the human society? Fungi are diverse and ranging from simple to complex organisms. Actually, when we are talking about how we are interconnected, fungi interconnects the whole uh, the earth. because if you're going to dig the soil, you can see some spider webs, that you can see white webs, or those are the mushrooms. Those are the what do you call this? The roots of the mushrooms. And given some time, they will be sprouting like mushrooms in because environment as well affects the growth of mushroom. For example, our grandparents before will tell us, oh, it's having uh thunders, thunderstorms. They're having what is the kidlatzer. Uh, so every time there's that kind of weather, so it strikes to the soil and it activates the spawns or the spores in the ground. So there's our mushroom sprouting anywhere. Anyway, what are the fungi considered for crucial for ecosystem and health? Fungi play a key role in ecosystems by decomposing dead matters to recycle nutrients. So fungi are as one of our soldiers for our soils and for our environment because they help decompose dead matters. How do fungi obtain their nutrients? Fungi are heterotrophs that they get nutrients from breaking down dead matters, parasitizing hosts, since they are the one decomposing those dead matters in the ground. Then they get enzymes from them. What are the health benefits? This is the generic health benefits of a mushroom. It is rich in nutrients, as we all know. It protects the body against cancer. It helps boost your immune system. It defends against neurodegenerative disease. It helps lower blood pressure, improves metabolic health. It helps regulate. Anyway, I'm reading 7, 8, 9, 10. And these are all really good health benefits of a mushroom generally. Let us go to the parts of the mushroom. This one is the cap. The cap is variably shaped and colored upper part of the mushroom that protects the gills. What is the gills? Gills are located below the cap. They are spore-producing part of the plant. This is where the spores or the seeds are produced naturally. And you can see there are some small particles. They are called the spores. They are microscopic reproductive bodies usually released into the air. That's why we're wondering anywhere in some trees there are mushrooms growing and there's no one planted those mushrooms because they are all scattered through this distribution of the spores in the air. This part is the ring located under the cap and circling the stem. Um, some mushrooms do have this ring, like the Volvariella, the one that we are the straw mushrooms. This is the stem of the mushroom, the axis supporting the mushroom cap. This one below is the volva. Volva is the remnant of the membrane that covers the immature mushroom. If you can see the immature mushroom like the straw mushroom, they are covered by the volva first. Then it erupts and there the mushroom is coming out. These roots that you can see is hypha, a small filament that draws water and organic matter necessary for mushroom development. And the group of hypha is called the mycelium. They are the compositions of hypha. So that's the parts of the mushroom. And as we are always seeing the pictures of the mushroom, the red one, this is the Amanita muscaria, and this is the family of Amanita. Amanita is also called the death cap. This is one of the deadliest mushrooms. So not all mushrooms are edible. Once you can see these mushrooms with dotted on the cap, don't try this kind of mushrooms. It is full of toxin. These are the common mushrooms that is grown in the Philippines. This is the straw mushroom or the Bulbacea. And this is the reishi mushroom. This is the source of the mushroom tea, the Ganoderma. They are processed and being powdered and used in coffee. This is the white button mushroom or the one that you can see most on canned mushrooms, the button mushrooms. The matured button mushroom is called the portobello. On top is the king oyster, the Pleurotus erengi, and on the right is the milky mushroom, the wood ear mushroom, and the shiitake mushroom. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not the king oyster. This is the oyster mushroom, the Pleurotus mushroom. This is the one that we are using. I have not corrected the presentation. Anyway, the oyster mushroom or the Pleurotus is a common edible mushroom, and it has broad fan or oyster-shaped cap spanning 5 to 25 centimeters with different shades of white, cream, gray, pink, yellow. There are varieties of colors mushrooms of the oyster mushrooms available. This can be room cultivated. That's why right now we are now cultivating the mushrooms, mostly the oyster mushrooms. Unlike before, during old times, that they are just being picked from the bamboo trees, from the decaying trees outside. Oyster mushroom can be grown moderate temperature ranging from 20 to 30 degrees Celsius and humidity from 55 to 70%. These are the other varieties of mushroom. This is the white mushroom. This is the gray oyster mushroom. We have the yellow or the golden oyster, and we have the pink oyster. Basically, they are all just one family with different colors. They are not being colored artificially. They are all natural colors. But the thing with the yellow mushroom, it's like citrus. There's a citrusy essence on the mushroom, and they grow small only. Unlike the white and the gray that they really grow big. The pink oyster also is attractive mushroom because of its color. However, pink oyster mushroom doesn't grow that much compared to the white and the gray. But it has an essence of like a ham, or it's like there's a taste on that one. How do we produce the high quality mushrooms? There are some factors that affects in how we grow, like the temperature. Oyster mushroom needs a temperature ranging from 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. That's why we need to grow this in a shady area or inside a small room. Humidity. Mushrooms love a humid environment ranging from 75 to 85%. When we're talking about the humidity for mushrooms, we are talking about the presence of water in the air inside the growing house. Light. Mushrooms do not require a direct light or dimmed area. Dark or dim area helps to keep mushroom white. Oxygen. Since what I'm talking a while ago in the introduction, oxygen is being used by the mushrooms. So we need good ventilation inside the growing house. So we need a good ventilation to help the air exchange and to release the carbon dioxide emitted by the mushroom. Water is also a vital factor. Mushrooms have no skin, so they can lose water to the atmosphere very easily. So if there's a strong wind ongoing, the mushrooms easily dry up, not just because of the heat, but also because of the presence of the air. Because since mushroom has no skin, they lose water easily. That's why they need a high humid environment. The substrate quality. Substrate is the medium where the mushroom grows. So the quality of the substrate that we are to use also is a factor on how we grow the high quality mushrooms. Mushroom cultivation process. Now let's go to the mushroom cultivation process. We are going to learn the pure culture, how to do the pure culture or the mother culture. We're going to see the preparation of the culture media where we grow the pure culture and how to inoculation of the tissue culture. We also have here the spawn grain. The spawn grain is the main seed for our mushroom. Since mushroom don't have the seed, we create artificial seeds to use in mushroom growing. We'll also discuss the preparation of the spawn media, and we are going to see as well the inoculation of the pure culture to grain. And also we have the fruiting bags. mixing of substrate for fruiting bags, and the inoculation of spawn grain to fruiting bags. Later, I'll discuss to you what inoculation means. Okay. For the pure culture, this is our component, these are our materials or the ingredients for the pure culture media. We have to use, we have the 200 grams rice grains, 1 liter distilled water. We are going to use the distilled water, so we are sure that it is clean water. We have the 20, the empty rum bottles or the lapad. We have the agar or the white gulaman bar that we can buy in the market. This is the one that we are going to use. The sugar and the pressure cooker, the cotton, the aluminum foil, and the rubber band. For the procedure, you have to wash the rice grains using the 1 liter distilled water. Then strain and place the rice wash in a casserole and boil. Then put the crumple the gulaman bar and stir continuously until it is fully dissolved. Then add the 25 grams of the sugar. Sugar is being added as part of the mixture to add nutrients. Because it is the food for the fungi. Fill the flat bottles approximately 50 ml of the rice wash, sugar, and the agar or the gulaman bars. Cover the mouth with cotton and seal with paper or aluminum foil and rubber band. As you can see, it is covered now with the paper. We're going to pour the mixture around 50 ml and cover it with a cotton inside at the mouth of the bottle and cover with paper or the aluminum foil. After we cover, we have to put inside the pressure cooker for at least 30 to 45 minutes, up to 1 hour actually, with a 15 to 18 psi, and steam and steam it with the for 1 hour. You can also use the open casserole, but you have to double the number of time in doing this process. After 1 hour, you have to remove the bottles and lie it on the table to cool down. After 24 hours, then we can use this gulaman mixture inside the bottles for doing the pure culture. The pure culture process, the tissue culture, we're going to do the tissue culture process. What you're going to do is you're going to select a young mushroom. I'll show you how really the process goes. So you're going to select a mushroom, open the mushroom, and in between the cap, in between the cap and the stem, once you open it, then going to use this one. You're going to get a small part of this one, cut it, and remove this one, but without holding. Then this is the pure culture, the tissue culture of the mushroom. This is the one that we're going to use. As you can see in the images, this is how we remove, this is where we remove the small portion. Then put it inside the bottle. This bottle is the one that we have processed a while ago. We're going to use it. And as you can see, there's a lamp below because we really have to use this lamp every time we do the process because we need to have it clean. We have to kill all the unnecessary elements around the air. That's why there's always a presence of lamp. This is for the inoculation of the mushroom tissue. So you can see we have used the young fresh mushroom. And we have some inoculation tools. Actually, these are the tools that we just have made for the process. The inoculation tools. So this is the reminder. Clean the tools in the inoculation chamber entirely using the 70% rubbing alcohol. Make sure you have clean hands as well. No watches or any jewelries like ring bracelets on your hand. Clean the bottles with alcohol as well. The bottles that we have made a while ago, this is the substrate, the media. So once we start, we have to disinfect the mushroom. We have to disinfect the mushroom, rubbing with alcohol using the cotton swab. Then take the scalpel or the cutter, as I was shown a while ago. You have to expose it in the fire to eliminate the contaminants. Then once you remove the small part of the mushroom, you have to drop inside the bottle, as you can see, inside and cover it with the cotton and paper, then seal with rubber band. After 7 to 14 days, that small particle you can see inside started to spread and cover the whole part of the gulaman bar, the gulaman that we have made a while ago inside the flat bottles. Then after a month, the pure culture has matured already. Then you can use it for your spawn grain. The spawn grain now is our artificial seeds that you are using to plant the mushroom. For the preparation of the grain, we are using some palay, sorghum, or the cracked corn. But most probably here in my province, I'm using rice since I don't have to buy the rice because we have harvest in our rice fields. Sorghum also is one of the most famous media that are using of the mushroom growers because you can easily buy in the agricultural stores or the cracked corn. For the procedure, you have to wash the rice or the sorghum or it depends what you're using. So most likely you are going to use the sorghum of the rice. So air dry, wash and air dry up to content is 18 to 20%. Then you have to put inside, actually, if you're using this one, we're using the sorghum. But here, for example, if you're going to use the rice or you have to boil the rice for around 1 hour to soften the rice. Or the sorghum will be around only for 15 minutes and the cracked corn will be around 5 minutes. Then air dry until the presence of water is only 20%. Then put inside the bottle, the empty bottle or the plastic. This is the polypropylene plastics. Then put a cotton and cover with paper again or what do they call this? The foil and sterilize inside the pressure cooker again for another 30 to 45 minutes or 1 to 1.5 hours using the open casserole. Then let it cool. After cooling that one, then you can inoculate now. We are going to use now, remember we have made the pure culture. This is the pure culture and we are going to transfer it now to the grain that we have processed a while ago. This now the grain is the artificial seeds since there's no seeds from mushroom. So from here, we're going to use that. But okay, from the mother culture of the pure culture, slice a small portion of the mycelia or that fully grown pure culture and transfer it inside the grain. I don't know if you still were able to catch the process. Then after that, you're going to put inside that grain and cover again with cotton and the paper. Store in a place away from light. The mycelium will start to spread within 7 to 14 days. So after 14 days or 1 month, actually, it will be fully ramified now. This is now pure white. If you can see from this one, it will grow to be fully ramified and all white. These are all the mushroom molds that you can see. And that's the time that we can use now as our planting material or as the seed of the mushroom. Let me just go back again. From this one, this is the mother culture or the pure culture. For out of this pure culture, we use it to grow inside the grains. Then once the grain is fully ramified, it will look like this. This is now the seeds that we're going to use. Now let's prepare the fruiting bag. For the fruiting bags, we have the materials used. We have we have two mixtures that we prepared here: the rice straw and the sawdust, and the pure for mixture two. This is the pure sawdust. However, for the mixture one, we have only to use the chopped rice straw and the sawdust. For mixture two, we have the sawdust, the pure sawdust, but we have to mix some rice bran, agricultural lime, and molasses. Since there is not much nutrients from the sawdust compared to the one with the rice straw, because rice straw provides all the nutrients uh, to the sawdust. So we have to use the 6 by 12 inches plastic that you can see in the fruiting bags. We also have to use the PVC pipe, the 1 inch in diameter. We have to use the rubber band, and so on and so forth. For the mixture one, we have the 50% of the sawdust and 50% of the rice straw. And for the mixture two, which is the pure sawdust, we have the 78% sawdust. We have the 20% of the rice bran and agricultural lime 1% and 1% molasses to add nutrients in the mixture. And this is the preparation process. Mix the materials thoroughly using the proportion 50-50 for the rice straw and sawdust. Then dampen with water, pile in a pyramidal form, and cover with plastic sheet to incubate the mixture. Incubate for at least 21 days. And every 3 days, you have to open and mix the rice straw and the sawdust to facilitate the good decomposition of the materials. For the mixture two, we have the 78% sawdust, the 20% rice bran, the 1% agricultural lime, and the 1% molasses. It is the same process. You have to dampen and pile in a mixture and incubate for 21 days. And every 3 days, you have to mix the materials. Then after, this is how it is being illustrated here. So that's the one that I meant. I'm going to pile it up like a pyramid and cover with plastic, like this one that you can see in the pictures. For the mixture two, we have, once we go for the bagging part, you have to put all the materials inside the plastic. Then once you put all the materials inside, you have to cover it with the paper, and cover it and seal it with the rubber band. So this is how I usually do it before. You have to use the plastic and the rice straw and the sawdust put inside the plastic, and you have to push it so you can compact the fruiting bags. I'm using the manual, the PVC pipe, and this is how you put inside the drum. You have to pile it inside the drum and cover the drum with the plastic. As you can see, we have covered it, and you have to steam it for 6 to 8 hours with a 9 inches deep water. And you don't have to submerge the first layer down, but you have to use a what do you call it, a strainer around 1 foot to avoid the water touching the fruiting bags. So you are going to use the steaming process. In this process, we eliminate the contaminants inside the fruiting bags, so we will not encounter the contamination for growing the mushroom. So after that process, we have to cool down the fruiting bags for at least 24 hours. Once the fruiting bag has cooled down already, then we can proceed with the inoculation or transferring of the spawn grain. Remember that we have produced the grains and covered it with the mycelia. We have grown with the mushroom pure culture. We have to plant it now here. This is the fruiting bags, and we have to open and put the grains inside this one, inside the fruiting bags. After 30 days to 45 days that we have transferred the grains, it will grow like this. It will be fully ramified. When we say the fully ramified, it will be all white now. That's the time it will happen in around 30 days to 40 days. Then after that, we have to wait for the mushroom to grow. This is the first phase when we call it the pinhead stage. After 2 days, it will grow like this and it will grow to the full mature mushroom. This is the time that you can harvest now the mushroom. You can see the shape of the cap is uh, pushed down, bended down. It's the mature time. And once the surface of the cap is flattened, it will start to wrinkle. It's already past the maturity stage for harvesting of this one. As you can see, if it's clear, there are some material, some small things below the cap. Actually, these are the spores. These are the spores that will be scattered naturally in the environment. That's why we can see some mushrooms growing on the trees, growing in some other areas without being planted because it's naturally flown through the air. So that's how you grow the mushroom. Actually, these are the harvest that we have before for our mushrooms. So that's how the complete cycle of the mushroom growing. From making of the pure culture, that will be around 1 month. That will be around 3 months for the whole process to make from the scratch. But if you're going to plant only with a ready steam fruiting bags, you can harvest after 30 to 40 days. With the mushroom process, with the mushroom technology, you can have several income streams for this one because you can make the pure culture, you can make the spawn grain, you can make the fruiting bags, you can sell for the mushrooms, the fresh mushroom, and you can be a trader of the mushroom, and you can do the value adding of the products. So in mushroom industry, you have several streams to use for business. You can be a pure culture producer, you can be a spawn producer, you can be a fruiting bag producer only, and you can also do the fresh mushroom selling and some other streams that you can use. Here is the inoculation chamber. This is how we do the pure culture making inside the laboratory because we have to eliminate the contaminants in making the pure cultures because of air presence. Especially if the air is moving, there are so many contaminants flowing in the air. So that's why you have to do it in the laboratory. And this is the sample of my fruiting house before. As you can see, there's some portion that is not covered. And there's some portion below that is open. So the airflow will be good. The cold air is coming from the below and being released on the upper portion of the fruiting house.
Excuse
So
me,
that's why
can
there
you
will be a
finish in
good
5 minutes?
circulation. Yes, sir.
Jerry, excuse me. Can you finish in 5 minutes? So we have 5 minutes for one question. Can you finish in
Yes,
five
sir.
minutes?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Actually, it's about to be finished now. So I'm just showing some pictures here. And these are some other mushroom products that we have produced with my members in the association. We have the mushroom with chili sauce with mushroom bits, the crispy mushroom, the yema mushroom spread, the mushroom shingaling, the mushroom polvoron with crispy mushroom bits, the mushroom bukayo, the sweetened mushroom, and the pickled mushroom, We also have the mushroom kimchi, the mushroom cookies, the mushroom pastillas, the mushroom empanada, the mushroom siopaw, the mushroom puto pao. So you are going to replace all the meat with the mushroom. I think that's all for the full coverage of the presentation, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
President. If you don't mind, I'll ask him this question. We are businessmen and we love this, etc. For each particular creative innovation that you did, it's fantastic. You innovate a lot, right? Do you have the return on investment? Benefit cost ratio for each of these. Do they make money, and how much is the profit? Is it
Okay.
10%, 5%? I mean, we have 5 minutes, so just be kind of brief. Will Number one, will they make money? And number two, about how much? 10%, 20%?
I don't have the computation for that actually, sir. But for example, for making the fruiting bags, it will be costing you around 15 to 20 pesos for the cost of the fruiting bags because you're going to gather the sawdust and some rice straw and some other components. So most likely will be around 15 to 20 pesos, 15 to 20 pesos. And the selling price for the fruiting bags is around 40 to 50 pesos.
Well, okay. Well, of course, we can't do the rest, but that's nice. In other words, for each one, they can make money. They don't lose money. Am I correct? For
They
each one,
don't
they can
lose
make
money,
money.
sir. That's why
Yeah, excellent.
people are asking, yes, because when people are asking me, Jerry, are you really having profit for that project that you're doing? I think yes, because I started 2017. I'm still here doing the same things. So most likely I'm having profit. That's why,
Yes.
but really it is a tasky work. It's really hard work because you have to do it everything manually.
Yeah, congratulations. Anyway, Mr. President, we have 4 minutes left. I just want to say that after this, in our 9 to 10 conversation, we'll find out more because we're businessmen, no? And when we see
Mm.
profit, we like it, so we can then market it. We can do it ourselves, etc. So, Mr. President, perhaps you can entertain one question, then we can close the formal session, and then we can have the 1 hour session where we can talk more about this. Mr. President, floor is yours.
Sure. Yeah, I do think we have time for one question from the audience before we move on to the informal session. The informal session we'll be able to continue asking our questions to our speaker this morning. Are there any questions from the audience joining us this morning? If not, I will ask a question.
Mr. President, can I ask this question?
Sure.
Since
Okay. Go
our
ahead.
Yeah, since our foundation's objective is to spread the technology, etc., uh, and ATI, you have experience with them. What can we do to help? In other words, do you want us to introduce you to a powerful person in DA so that this can spread better, etc., etc.? What can we do to help? Thank you, Jerry. What can we do to help
Ah,
you?
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, what can we do to
Right
help
now,
you? Yeah.
our members usually, since this is the countryside, most likely what they are needed is the support for the equipments to fast track for example, making the fruiting bags. Making the fruiting bags, we have now some equipments available in the market, so you can easily process and make the fruiting bags. And unlike that, you can see in my picture, I am doing manual pressing, manual doing for the fruiting bags. With having the machine, it will be easier because you have to just mix the materials and put inside the fruiting bag maker, and you just have to put the plastic, and just some few minutes you will create faster.
Okay. Thank you.
Good
All
morning.
right. Thank you very much, Jerry, for a quick briefer into the ins and outs of oyster mushroom production. It really is, I think, something that's very interesting because it stands out to me that you can do this, and it seems to be better to do this within your community. It's not really something that you can produce and then it seems like there's a bit of a soft cap or a soft limit on how wide you can reach with products like these. But I think that makes it very interesting because that lends itself well to small countryside development businesses. So I think that's something that's worth looking into. Anyway, it is 9 o'clock. This marks the end of our formal session. If you are joining us this morning, please do stay on for our informal session where we continue to speak and engage with our speaker this morning. However, if you are joining us 2 weeks later through our social media uploads, I'm afraid this is the extent of what you can get without supporting the foundation. Um, so before anything else, let us please flash on screen our certificate of appreciation for our speaker this morning. So the Agribusiness and Countryside Development Foundation, in partnership with the Management Association of the Philippines, together with all of our members, individual, corporate, special partner, and senior special partner institutions, all present this certificate of appreciation to Jerry Y. Ituriaga for his invaluable support in the advocacy and promotion of agribusiness and countryside development, and for his commendable and unselfish services rendered to this foundation as our resource speaker on our sixth online session of 2026, this 24th day of March in Pasig City. Signed, Ernie Ordonez as our chairman and myself as our